Okay, today we're going to be looking at the structures of the hindbrain. The hindbrain has three main structures: the pons, the medulla, and the cerebellum. The reticular formation usually goes through multiple parts of the brain, but we'll also talk about that here too. So we're going to start with the medulla, which sits right on top of the brain stem. So the medulla is the part of the body where the nerves cross over from one side of the body to the other side of the brain, which is why the left side of your brain controls the right side of your body and vice versa. The medulla is a structure that you really do not want to injure because it controls your life-sustaining functions, like your breathing, your heart beating, and also your swallowing. Next is your pons, which sits just above your medulla. Your pons is the part of the brain that relays messages between the cortex and the cerebellum. Pons literally means bridge. The pons also plays a role in your sleep, your dreams, and your arousal. Next, we have the reticular formation, which helps regulate your alertness, your attention, and your ability to filter out background information. It's a system of nerves that runs through your hindbrain, your midbrain, to your cerebral cortex, and it helps regulate your arousal and your attention. It allows people to ignore constant unchanging information and also alerts them to changes in that information. For example, think of like an air conditioner. If it's constantly running, you aren't hearing it all the time, your brain filters that noise out. But if it suddenly shuts off, you will notice that change. That's your reticular formation. Part of your reticular formation is your reticular activating system, or the RAS. That stimulates the upper part of the brain to keep people alert and awake. Think about a sleeping mother who sleeps through all kinds of noises, but when she hears a baby cry, she wakes up. That's your RAS filtering that information. Then lastly, we have the cerebellum, which looks like a little brain. In fact, it means little brain. This is the part of your hindbrain that controls balance and maintains muscle coordination. It controls all of your involuntary, rapid, fine motor movements. It coordinates your voluntary movements that happen in a rapid succession, so they more or less become automatic. People don't have to think about your posture, your muscle tone, or your balance. If the cerebellum is damaged, which can happen in conditions such as spinocerebellar degeneration, then you would lack coordination, muscle movement, and balance. You would see very similar conditions to alcohol intoxication. And those are the structures of the hindbrain. If you have any questions or comments, drop them below. Bye!